So here's another video showing the mostly complete Legend of Camelot Pinball. Mechanically it is actually complete. There's just some game modes and some additional sounds that we want to add. But if you notice, the characters are now on the playfield. The playfield is fully populated. The artwork is completely on. And the game is fully playable. Both the kids have put together the music. Since they have their own band, they were able to do that. And of course the art was all done by Stephanie Brown from Offbeat Worlds. And I'll put the link below in the description. I have the glass off to make it easier to see and keep the reflections down. The mechanics are done behind the machine if I start a game. And I fling the ball up the ramp here. There's a diverter that will throw the ball from the castle out the front door. If a specific mode is targeted, then it actually will kick the ball out of the bottom underneath the door right in front of the pop bumpers. Like that. See? We also have a MagnaSave functionality, which will be shown in a previous video, which will grab the ball and fling it back into play. If for some reason it does not fling the ball back into play, it will save the ball and eject it back for you again. All the ramps have optos, so they can be scored. You can see the score has gone up. And we have, as I mentioned earlier, I will turn it up. We have a soundtrack done by both of the kids. So, since I'm only trying to play with one hand, I can't get into many modes, but you can at least hear the first two songs. This here's the intro track, and if I start it, you can hear the beginning before you've collected the knights, collected King Arthur, collected Merlin, etc. The figurines, with the exception of the dragon, were 3D printed. We actually did 3D print a dragon, but then I actually saw this one online and it happened to fit really well, so I decided to buy it and put this one on instead. We may go back to the original 3D printed figure, that way the whole thing is 3D printed and homemade, but for right now I think this one looks pretty good. The sword and the stone as well, and all the plastics. So all the plastics were all made in-house, as well as the stable for the horse. Again, the graphics were all printed in-house, but the artwork was done by Stephanie at Offbeat Worlds. We'll take one look at the overall game from the side, so you can kind of get a look at the overall artwork package. We may change the white around the front of the game and actually paint that black. We're still up in the air for that one, but for the most part, we're pretty set on the color scheme and the final design. So, thank you everyone for watching, whoever's watching this video, and hopefully I'll have another update relatively soon.